baler again, yet again. We're looking at the moment at my 8250. We're waiting for Storm Doris to come at the moment. We're just getting the leading edge of it at the moment. It's giving the north a good kick in at the minute. So we're waiting for Doris to get here. So it's a bit windy, but I'll show you this. It's my 8250. She's sitting on the Krone. That's got to go over to Weatherheads. They're going to service the baler, and it's got a few issues wrong with it, which Krone have very kindly said that they'll put right under the guarantee. So it is, the guarantee does run out this spring, so we've got a 2-year guarantee on it. So yeah, she's sitting here waiting to go over there. But with issues we've got with the Krone, we had some issues last year with the PTO, which yeah, the problems we've got with this are the PTO, which we've had issues with. This little gadget in the front here, this pump mechanism down here, it's called a soft start. Because it takes so much to start this baler, they fitted it with a hydraulic pump and a small gearbox. What you do is you put your hydraulics in using the hydraulic systems of the tractor, which start turning the baler slowly. It starts turning it over, and then what you have to do is you flick that out and then flick in the PTO, which takes over, which gets it, because it runs at 1000 RPM. That's quite a jolt on the tractor. So this is meant to be, well, they call it a soft start, so it's meant to ease the baler into the tractor. So we've been having issues with that, because I think the PTO, when it's running, when she's baling, it's got a ratchet in the end of the PTO to allow the soft start to freewheel when the tractor's taking over. So yeah, so I think she's overrunning, but that's only my personal thoughts. So they're going to look at that for us, fit a new PTO shaft for us. The other thing was we've had to take the strippers off of the back of the worm gears here, because they were touching. Now they're only touching very slightly, but I actually think something's moved because both sides were touching. So we've had to take the strippers off, so to finish the last harvest. So they're going to look at that for us as well. They're also, we've on the scales, because this baler's got a weigh system on it, there's little brackets. I don't know whether we can see them. Oh, here's one here. This little bit of kit here, which I'm pushing in and out, we keep having trouble. That's what helps weigh the bale, and we keep having trouble with them busting. They snap off. So I'm hoping they're going to have a look at that and refit. There's a new there's another one at the top there, but there's a new modification for them which makes them a lot heavier. So I'm hoping they'll sort that out for us. The chamber at the moment is empty, so the bit you see up the front is the ram, and that little lump of metal that goes backwards and forwards and pounds the bale is like 120 by 120, so it's quite a lump of steel going backwards and forwards. But they're going to service all the baler as well for us free of charge, which is very good of them, and get it all ready for harvest. So it goes over to Weatherheads today. That'll be staying with them for a couple of weeks. I need my tractor back, because I'm hoping in a couple of 3 weeks time we can get on and put the spring wheat and that in. So I'm hoping that's going to happen. So we've got to spray the ground first. We've got a couple of weeks. Some of the ground that we're using has got a bit of black grass in it, so one of the reasons for putting it into a spring crop is to get in control of that as best we can. So yeah, that's the bale chamber. It's normally full of a bloody great bale. You won't want to be in there when it's going backwards and forwards, because you'll get more than a headache. But this particular baler is equipped with rear steer and air brakes, so the back axle steers, full air brake system on it. Yeah, very nice bit of kit. but we, you know, run it for a year now. It's a good machine. There's a lot of good bits about it. One of the good things here is this row of here are the needles which thread the string. Now normally you have to crawl underneath the baler and pull yourself up through the metalwork to re-thread these little rollers here. That's the actual needle that feeds the knotter, that takes the string up to the knotter to form the knot and tie the bale. This particular baler, it ties at either end of the bale. It don't just tie one end, it ties both ends. But there's 6 of them, so you know, yeah, a lot more accessible, this one. I must admit, the old New Holland, I did struggle re-threading the middle. I couldn't get to them. I could do the outside to either side, but I couldn't get the middle two. I used to have to get my old boy to thread them, but now I'm a bit smaller. I could probably reach them now. But here's the ends of the strings here. This is what comes from the spring box here, and these are the tensioners and things here that tension the string to keep the knot tight. But yeah, it's quite a nice accessible bit of equipment. There's a bit of fork gone into it, but the old air brakes are very effective on it, so they're a lot better than hydraulic, a lot safer, and it's a lot of money's worth sitting here, so you've got to keep it safe and keep it sound so it don't get smacked up. We ain't getting another one for a while, that's for sure. But as you can see, it's sprung axles on it, so it rides nicely. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how the rear steer system works, so I don't normally, well, I don't drive this machine. My son mostly drives it. He knows to take great care of it. Yeah, so yeah, she's all ready to go off now to have a bumps felt and have a mind out and oil changes and check through, and Mr. Krone's very kindly paying for it, which is a mark of a good company. There's a lot of money's worth sitting here, but we know it will serve us well, and we've had a few teething troubles, but access to parts have been a bit of an issue, but I was warned about that before I brought it. But it's like Wes says over in America, it is one hell of a baler. It is a good baler, very strong, and it'd take a good man to bust it. I don't know about a young man. You young pups would probably give it a bending, but it's a machine to take care of and be proud of. It's got to last a while, but yeah, it is strange seeing it out the barn though. It's been in there all winter. I'm actually trying to keep it dry. I'm hoping we can get it over there before Doris gets here. But, lovely bit of kit, and his tractors, he's kept his tractor quite well, Mason has. He's had a few little issues with it, busted a few things, and I must admit I hit a big bump once and put my head straight through the interior light, and that fell out on the floor. My head was bloody sore, but you know, there you go. It's nice and thick, but you get little things like this here. I don't know how this has happened. We've got a nice little crack there in the plastic. You know, I won't have that. I will want that off, and I will want a new bit of plastic putting on there. I'll have to pay for it, but you know, I like to keep things tidy. You got to look after your kit so it can look after you. It's got to look right. I must admit, we've had a tracking problem on here, so our tyre, these front tyres are worn really bad. And you can see we got what, we got about 25 mil on there, sort of, yeah, good 25 mil on that side, and we've got nothing on this side. We have spun the tyres round now, and the tracking was out, which we put right. So but she's a bit skitty on the front axle now, I've been told, but my old boy says it ain't much fun at the minute, but she will bed them in. We just have to take it easy and take care of it. But no, good tractor. I'm still very happy with me fast tracks, but I've you know, we've got to replace one this year. I'm hoping to replace it with a 3230, either a manual or a P-tronic. I don't mind. We've got a young man starting with us, and he'll be taking on the 3230, which we've got now, and the other 3230 will be a floater tractor. Everybody will drive it. Right, there you go. There's a little walk around the mighty 8250 and a Krone Big Pack before it goes off to have its service at Weatherheads. My old boy's taking it this afternoon, so I won't be here. I've got to go out on a lorry. All right, thank you very much. Speak to you again soon.